Hello dear students. In last class we were discussing about the census of India. So under that we discussed what was the structure of census of India, and also we discussed about the features of 2011 census, right? So according to 2011 census, the population of the country 121 crores and literacy rate was 74.4%. Okay, don't forget. Okay, next topic, sample survey. It is also one of the statistical tool. Okay, with the help of this statistical tool, we can clarify the information about population. It is also one of the important method as like as census. Okay, through census we can calculate each and every person. Okay. Even here, it is also one of the important statistical tool or source of data. So it is a sample survey. Sample is nothing but it is a group or section. A group or section of the population. A group or a section of the population from which information is to be obtained. For which the information is obtained. To understand clear, sample refers to a group. Sample refers to a group or section. Group or a section of the population. Section of the population from which information, for which the information is to be obtained. Information is to be obtained, collected. Sample means it is a group or section of the population. Group or section of the population from which information is to be obtained. Information is to be obtained. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪು, ಆ ಗುಂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. Census collect the information complete country, right? By which way? Method of census. It is also another important method. Okay, sample means nothing. We are discussing about sample survey. Sample survey is one of the important method to calculation about the population, right? It is also one of the most important statistical tool. With the help of this method also we can understand, we can collect the information about the population. One way is census, another way is sample survey. In name only it is there, sample. Okay, for example, I will give the clear information here. Just example, here there are so many houses. Just imagination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In this, if a person like enumerator, just imagination enumerator, those who are conducting the census. For example, if he asks in the first home to collect the information about how many are there, how many are working, how many are not working, how many are aged, how many are children, okay, how many are educated, how many are uneducated, right? What about the how many are educated, like that. If we collect the information from here, if we collect the information here, that time if we get like something like 4 members, 2 members working, like this. Even from a second home also, if you get the same information like 4, 2, 1, like this. So that time the enumerator or investigator can think all these houses information are same. If he collected information 1, 2, 3, and that time the information coming like a little bit increase or a little bit decrease, little bit like completely it's same only, average, maybe increase or decrease. Just imagine it's not more than this, not less than this. Okay, 1 or 2 increasing or decreasing. This time he is not ready to calculate complete information and is not ready to get investigation about like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. On the basis of these 3 house information, on the basis of 3 like families information, he can mention the average information about these families. Mention the average information about these families, that is called only sample survey. By collecting these sample survey, or by collecting the information of these things, you can explain or you can estimate remaining the people information or remaining families information. So that is called only sample survey. Sample survey. Sample is nothing but a group or a section of the population. A group or section of the population from which information is to be obtained. Information is to be obtained. A particular person, a particular team, a particular group. From that only we are collecting the information about others. That is called only a sample. For example, if you see the census, while that investigator come to our house, at that time only one person will give the answer. Like he will ask, the one person will ask the complete information. He will collect the information from head of the family. From head of the family. So head of the family only tell the clear information about how many are there, how many are working, how many are not working, how many are what about their belongings, everything, like how many are like old, how many are children, how many are literates, how many are illiterates. Okay, everything he will tell. He will give the information as here under the sample survey. He has to collect, the investigator collect the 1, 2, 3, that family's information. Remaining on the basis of these 3 families information, he can mention the average statistics. Mention the average statistics. That's why we are discussing about sample survey. Sample means nothing but a group or section. A group or section from the information. That is a group or section of the population. Group or section of the population which the information is obtained, which the information is to be obtained. Where we are collecting the information from a section or a group, that is called only sample. Survey is a type of technique or methods. Survey is nothing but survey is many different types of techniques, many different types or techniques of observation. Observation means nothing but collection the data or information. Observation means nothing but information or collecting the data. Okay, sample is a group or sample refers to a group or a section of population, from which the information is obtained. Once again I repeat, sample refers to a section or a group. Sample refers to a group or a section of the population from which information is to be obtained. And survey is nothing but refers to many different methods or techniques. Of observation. Okay, many different methods or types or techniques of which one? Collection of observation or types or methods of observation. Types or techniques of observation. So that is only we can call like sample survey. So sample survey you can see like clearly a method where observations like information. Okay. A method where observations are obtained on a representative set of individuals. Selected from the population. A method where observations are obtained on a representative set of individuals. Selected from the population. That means I clearly explained maybe like a group of people or a section of the people. Yeah, and that's a method. Which method? Sample survey is a method where observation like information or collection of data. Observation are obtained, collection of data or information are obtained on a representative set of individuals. Set of individuals means group of individuals or section of individuals. Okay, selected from the population. selected from the population or from the particular person. From this we can collect the information about remaining. We can collect the information about remaining. So it is called as group of population or section of population or set of an individual. Set of an individual. So sample survey is nothing but a method. It is also a method where observation like information are obtained on a representative set of individuals. Representative set of individuals selected from the population. Selected from the population. So this is called as sample survey. So sample survey is nothing but it cannot work as a census or it cannot calculate it cannot calculate the population like census. Census it can come to collect the complete information like person to person, like complete population of the country. But here it is also collect the complete information about the population, but it can collects in the method which way sample survey. See the first task here, the selecting the sample is to identify the population. Identify the population means like how many are there, how many are male, how many are female, how many are working, how many belongs to which. Okay, so like this only. First we have to identify the population with the sample survey. Once the population is identified, in this situation, we have to start the research. That is with the selection of a representative. Understanding first under the sample survey. Sample survey is one of the important method. It is also one of the important method to calculate the population. So sample survey is nothing but a method where observation are obtained on a representative set of individuals selected from the population. First we have to identify the population. Once if you identify the population, that is the researchers selects a representative sample. We have to collect the information about this. For example, in a story, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು ವಿಸ್ಡಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂದು ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಈ ಥರ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ನಾವು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ from a particular person, from a particular section, from a particular team, ಒಂದು ಟೀಮ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಹೀಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ, ಪಿಕ್ಚರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ. ಒಬ್ಬರ ಹತ್ರ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. We have to collect the information from a particular person, suitable person, perfect person or perfect team, a particular section. We have to collect information from that team. On that base only we have to picturization. We have to give the picture. We have to give the information. We have to execute that one. So that is called only sample survey. Here the sample survey is not collecting complete information. Like it is not collecting information like physically, not directly, right? From few persons only. From few persons it has to be collected. Which one? The sample survey collect the information. First it has to identify the population. Like after that, after the population identified, the researchers selects the representative sample. Okay, it's a difficult study the entire population. It is a very difficult study the entire population. But compared to the other methods, the sample survey is very less expensive. So actually a good sample is generally smaller than the population. Don't forget, a good sample is generally smaller than the population and is capable of providing reasonably accurate the information about the population. With the help of sample survey, we can reasonably collect the information about the population. Reasonably and accurate. Reasonably accurate. Accurate means perfect. Consistency. Perfection. Reasonably accurate information about the population. And also it is a much lower cost and shorter time. Don't forget, this method is less expensive and its accuracy like perfection, and also it is reliably, like reliably means reliably accuracy, reasonably less, reliably reality, accuracy perfection. Okay, it has collect the information about the population. It has less cost, like lower cost, and also it need shorter time. Suppose to understand this sample survey, don't forget sample survey. It is a method. Sample survey is a method where observation means information or collection or obtained, collection of data or information obtained on a representative set of individuals. Representative set of individuals selected from the population. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 10 team ಇದೆ, 10 teams. There are 10 teams in the forest. Just imagination. About this, we have to collect the information. Not possible to collect 10 teams information. Okay, by asking each and everyone. But we can ask only one person. Just imagination is head of the 10 teams. So from what he has, what we are collecting, from what we are collecting from about this person or from this person information, that is we can execute. So what we are collecting information about complete 10 teams information, that is reliable, that is reasonable, that is accurate. Okay, everything is good. So what we are collecting information from this person not attending with all the teams, not attending with each and every team members, without attending each and every team member, we are collecting the information from only one person or only one team or only one section or only one representative set of individuals. This is called as sample survey. So that time it is saves the time, it saves the money, because to check the 10 teams, to collect the information about 10 teams, that time we need more enumerators, more investigators. Is it? For them we have to give more and more money as a salary, right? So in this situation, if we collect the information from a particular representative or what we can a section or a group, so we can get complete information. It helpful to the collective information. Which one? It saves the time. It saves the money. Okay, it saves the time and it saves the money. So that's why it is a lower cost, a short time. It is less cost, less expensive, and also it is reasonable, reliable, accuracy information from the population. From the population we can get. Suppose if you want to study the average income of the people, just imagination. Suppose if you want to study the average income of the people in a certain region, that time actually according to census method, you would be required to find out the income of every individual. If you go to the census method, what for? To calculate average income of the people. Average income of the people. If you calculate that one, and that time if you choose the census method or according to census method, you would be required to find out the income of every individual. Is it? You would be required to find out the every individual. Income of every individual, and add them up. Compulsory, you should add them up and divided by number of individuals, and get the average income of the people, right? Suppose if you want to know average income of the people according to census method, you would be required to find out the income of every individual in the region. So at that time you have to add them up, that is, and dividing by number of individuals to get average income. But in the sample survey, not this much of type, not necessary of this much time, because when we are add them up, add them all people, and when we are collecting information like each person, when we are collecting income of individual, so it takes much time, and also it's a more expensive. It's a more expensive. This method would require huge expenditure when we are collecting information about average income of the people, average income of the people. That's why alternatively, behalf of the census method, behalf of the more expensive, to save the time, okay, to get the accuracy information, we have to use sample survey. Sample survey. So sample survey with the help of few individuals, or with the help of a representative set of individuals, it can collect the information. And find out their income. So here under this method, not collecting the information from all the people. Okay, it is collecting information from only representative set of individuals. Through this, not necessary to meet all the persons, not necessary to know the information about each and everyone. So not necessary to appoint more investigators to know the information. So with the help of these representative set of individuals, we can understand the information. We can identify the average income of the people. Okay, so that's why census method is more expensive. But sample survey is less expensive, and census method, it will take more time, and sample survey take less time. So what are the uses? Why we are using this one only? Why we are giving this much of importance about the sample survey? Because in all the survey methods we are using sample. So many way of methods are, most of the surveys are sample. Most of the surveys are depends upon we can use sample methods only. Not possible to collect information each and every, because population is more. It will take more time. Okay, it will take we have to take more employees to collect the information. So most of the surveys are sample only. Most of the surveys are sample survey. On the basis of perfect information, we can estimate remains by collecting the information from representative set of individuals, and we can give the information about remaining. Okay. So, and also because the sample can provide reliable, reasonable sample survey. Why so many surveys are completely sample survey? Why the sample survey is playing important role in the surveys? Because sample survey can give the clear picture. Sample survey is less expensive, and also it takes short time. It can give the accuracy, perfect picture about the population. That's why nowadays the sample method is playing very important role, and most of the surveys using this type of survey only, sample survey. Okay, this is sample survey. It is also one of the important tool or statistical tool for the calculation of population. Okay, so it is also one of the method. Which one? Sample survey. Sample means nothing but group of a group or a section. Sample means a group or a section of population. Section of the population from which information is to be collected. And survey means it's a method. Survey is it's a method. Many different methods or types or techniques. In many different ways or techniques or methods or types of observation. Observation means collection of data or information. Survey means it's a different ways or different techniques, different types to collect the information. That is called as survey. Sample means it is a section, it is a group, it is a section, it is a group or a section of the population which information is to be obtained. So finally, sample survey means a method where observations are obtained. Obtained means collected, obtained on a representative set of individuals. Selected from the population. So this is called as sample survey. Okay. Okay, in this class, up to this enough. In next class, we will discuss about the types of sample survey. Thank you.